Bethy, I don't know about you, but in the era of COVID, every day that passes, the happier I am that we work for ourselves.
Yes.
Because I would not be interested in dealing with the corporate structure anywhere right now. Because I think in so many cases they've lost their minds.
Yeah, it's a mess.
And in this segment, let's talk about how Kroger has lost their minds.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, they have. So let's talk about that and then see if the world agrees with us, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Before we get there, soulwisdom.com, SOULE wisdom.com is where you can find us. Please do like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube so you know when new episodes come out. We are growing. We would love it if you could help us grow more so we can get out in front of more people. Before we get into all of the goodies that we have for this segment, it is the month of December. We have been sharing the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar during the show. This was yesterday's little gift from the calendar. We didn't do a show yesterday because we had to fill orders for our businesses.
Yeah.
It is Christmas and we're trying to get everybody their stuff as best we can. So we had to skip yesterday, but we're back. And we got this little speeder dude. We got the scout trooper the other day, so we put him in the speeder dude. But that was yesterday's. So let's open up today's, the 16th, and let's see what we got. Oh, okay. It's going to be this guy right here. It's like a little snowball holder thingy. Because essentially this whole calendar, this whole scene, if you look at it, if you're visually gifted on YouTube or Rumble, you can see it's just one big snowball fight, basically. So this is going to be a little snowball holder. So we will build that out after this segment, and if you come back to us for segment 3, you can see what it looks like. Okie dokie. So with all that done, shall we dig into Kroger a little bit and perhaps yell at them?
Sure. Sounds like fun.
All right.
I grew up kind of in the land of Kroger, so.
Yep, I did not. I mean, we had... so I grew up along in West Michigan, along Lake Michigan shoreline. And we had Kroger there briefly, but then they kind of retreated. And the closest they were was Lansing after that, so kind of the center of the state.
Yeah.
But I'm familiar with them now in the form of Fry's.
Yeah.
Because that's the Kroger store out here.
Kroger is like the only grocery store that made themselves into a verb, too.
Yes, Krogering.
Krogering. Let's go Krogering.
Yeah. You don't go Safewaying.
Nope.
Or Meyering.
Or Albertsonsing.
Yeah. Or Publixing.
Yeah.
What's the...
Wincoing.
Yeah. What's the one in Texas? H-E-B or something like that?
Yeah.
H-E-B-ing. Hebing.
Winn-Dixieing.
Winn-Dixieing.
Yeah.
Piggly Wigglying. That's the one right there. Okie dokie, now that we've wasted 30 seconds on that. Visually gifted on YouTube or Rumble, feel free to read along. This from Cincinnati.com. Kroger adds monthly surcharge for unvaccinated workers, cuts their COVID-19 sick leave. Article reads, in a bid to push more of its workers to get vaccinated against COVID-19, Kroger will eliminate paid pandemic-related leave and charge $50 per month to employees that haven't gotten shots. Kroger stopped short of mandating the vaccine for workers, but said it is modifying policies to encourage safe behavior, including vaccination. Company officials added the grocer will also continue to offer a one-time $100 bonus to workers that get fully vaccinated. The $50 surcharge goes into effect January 1st, applies to salaried associates enrolled in the company health plan. The extra expense would cost an employee $600 per year. Also, starting January 1st, unvaccinated employees that get sick from COVID will still be able to take earned paid time off or be allowed to apply for unpaid leave, but won't get extra paid time off Kroger implemented since the start of the pandemic. Vaccinated employees that fall ill from COVID-19 can get up to 2 weeks of paid leave without using the regular time off benefits. The administration of the vaccine to our associates has been an integral part of our efforts to combat the pandemic and continues to be a focus, said Kroger spokeswoman Crystal Howard. We have been navigating the COVID-19 pandemic for almost 2 years, and in line with our values, the safety of our associates and customers has remained the top priority. And then they talk about where Kroger has stores.
Well, that seems like a bunch of bullpucky, and I fully expect the union to go after them.
Yeah, I think that's question number one that I have in my mind is the union going? Although it did say that they were going to apply the surcharge to salaried workers who wouldn't be union; they'd be management.
So that's how they're getting away with it. Okay.
But they are saying that they're not going to provide paid leave to anybody who has COVID, unless they use their own paid time off. So that might get challenged by the union.
Yeah.
But that's their workaround. They're not going to apply it to the union people. Even so, come on.
Yeah.
You know, it's this idea of a penalty box that everybody wants to run to now, and how, you know, you've got to do this. It's the best thing for the company, the best thing for the country, the best thing for blah blah blah. Where I'm continuing to be confused, and let's say it again. We are not anti-vax here at the Soule of Wisdom. We are pro-talk to your doctor. We have vaccinated and unvaccinated here at the homestead. There's a reason for every one of them. It's all been a medical decision.
Yes.
That out of the way, I still don't understand the idea of forcing people down a path for something that, number one, may not be right for them. Number two, is showing more and more that it's not making a heck of a lot of a difference, at least as far as transmission goes.
Yeah.
Now, you can make the argument that it's making it easier for people when they get it. There seems to be some evidence of that. I don't know how well that applies to Omicron.
Yeah.
But
I don't think there's enough data out there yet.
yeah, but you know, even so, there's this constant verbiage that's out there of this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Really? Then why is it that more and more and more are showing up with the virus, and they've had at least 2 vaccines, often the booster?
Yeah.
And they've still got it. So I think that, you know, we've talked about this before. This isn't a pandemic anymore. It's endemic.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep happening. It's going to be a part of what we do. And
furthermore,
we need to get off this high horse of do this or else.
And furthermore, we're in a worker shortage. And all of a sudden you're telling people that they have to pay you for the pleasure to work there when there's a labor shortage?
Yeah.
I would think a lot of those people would give them the middle finger and go get a job somewhere else.
They probably could. I mean, there's
jobs
options
to be had.
Yeah, there's definitely options. Although, you know, is the grass greener in other places? What's that workplace's requirement? You know, again, this is why I'm happy that we work for ourselves.
Yeah.
Is that we don't have to deal with any of this stuff, and that's a good thing right now.
Well, in some states you don't have to deal with it at all, but
yeah. Well, even then, there's some pushback on stuff. I mean,
yeah.
For everything they're doing in Florida, there's still some health systems in Florida that are pushing for the vaccine for their healthcare workers. And so far, a lot of these attempts to stop businesses from mandating something are getting shot down in the courts. They're letting those mandates stand from a business standpoint. It's the government ones that they keep putting the stays on. But from a business standpoint, it seems like if a business wants to mandate something, they're getting away with it. Now, the idea of a surcharge and the idea of having, paid leave for one group but not for the other, I think that might not fly.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Either way, there's this constant game playing over something that is getting less and less problematic for the majority of us. And for the majority of us, it wasn't problematic to start with. This was very much a pandemic of the elderly and those who were unhealthy.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the data, if you look at the numbers, really old or really health compromised were the ones that had a problem here, for the most part. Obviously, there's outliers. There always is.
Yeah.
That's where the majority of this is going. But even that is like less and less and less. And Omicron, you know, they say that, well, one person now in the UK has died from Omicron. But if you look at Boris Johnson, well, everybody's saying 4 now.
Oh, okay.
They're changing it because they realize that Boris Johnson said with Omicron, which can be read as that's not what he died from.
Yeah.
So who knows? Regardless, it doesn't seem to be a thing, but businesses, I think, just want to try to push control. And I'm not a fan.
No. So
we'll see where this goes. We'll leave it there for now. Next segment in 3 hours. You must tune in so you can see what this bag of stuff turns into. Please do like, subscribe, share our show, and we will see you in 3 hours. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.